I want to break up with you.
What? Why?
Because I want someone who's strong, tall, and handsome, which isn't you. You're short, skinny, and nerdy. Excuse me, sorry to bother you. I just think you're really handsome. What's your problem?
I'm too smart for the first grade. My sister's in grade 3, and I'm smarter than her too.
Well then let's go see what the principal has to say.
Okay.
How about I give him a test, and if he fails just one question, he has to go back to class and be quiet. Okay, what's 3 times 3?
9.
6 times 6?
36.
I see no reason why he can't go to the 3rd grade. He answered all my questions right. Can I ask him some questions? Of course, go ahead. What does a cow have 4 of that I only have 2 of?
Legs.
What do you have in your pants that I don't have?
Pockets.
What does a dog do that a man steps into?
Pants.
What starts with F and ends with K?
Fire truck.
Put him in the 6th grade. I got the last 4 questions wrong myself. Stop jumping on the bed! You're gonna break it! Get off the couch! It's for sitting on, not standing on.
I'm hungry. Mom, when are you going grocery shopping next? We're all out of food.
Excuse me? Don't talk to me in that tone. And what are you talking about? We have plenty of food.
What comes once a year, twice in a month, 4 times in a week, and 6 times in a day? Do you know the answer?
I don't know.
Let's try this again.
I have a feeling that you are cheating on the test. What? Prove it. Well, the first question was who was the first president of the United States? The girl beside you put George Washington, and so did you. So, everyone knows he was the first president. Just wait a minute. The next question was who freed the slaves? The girl beside you put Abraham Lincoln, and so did you. Well, I read the textbook last night, and I remembered that. The next question was who was the president during the Louisiana Purchase? She put I don't know, and you put me neither. Excuse me, where's my table? Hi, miss. What's the name on the reservation? I don't need a reservation. I know the owner. I'm sorry, but we can't seat you unless you have a reservation. Are you serious? You're the worst waiter I've ever met. Just let me in. I'm sorry, but I can't. You either have to wait 2 hours or make a reservation for another night. You know what? You're gonna regret this. I'm gonna show you that I know the owner. Hello? Hi, sweetie. I need you to call the owner right now, please. Okay. Hello? Day 15 in Costa Rica. As soon as I woke up, I enjoyed the warm weather and view from our Airbnb since we're going back to the freezing cold on Wednesday. Here's a quick tour of it. We've got the kitchen, the dining table, the living room, the view through the whole place. Then upstairs, there's 3 more master bedrooms, all with beautiful views. In the morning, I had a protein bar for breakfast and just relaxed. I also hopped in the pool for a bit. Then for lunch, we went to our favorite spot that we've gone the past 3 days. After that, we hopped on this fishing boat that we had booked and got destroyed by some waves for a couple hours and got soaking wet. We were out there for 5 hours and caught 0 fish, but hey, at least we got to see the sunset. We then got ready for dinner and ate at this fish market that we hadn't gone to before. After, we went back to our Airbnb and I watched my favorite YouTuber for a few minutes before heading to bed for our final day in Costa Rica. You won't won't believe what I did during my 3-day stay in La Fortuna. The first day we hopped on a bus to go on a safari float. We saw a bunch of animals like crocodiles, sloths, owls, toucans, and these monkeys that we went under, and they almost did their business on me. Sadly, they got a little bit on my shoe. In the afternoon, we went to La Fortuna waterfall and got to swim beside it. The waves were very strong, as you can see, for me struggling to swim. The next day we went horseback riding to the volcano. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any good clips while we were riding, but on the way back we got to gallop at full speed, which was fun. In the afternoon, we walked through the forest to get to the hanging bridges. Then on the way back, we saw some spider monkeys. After that, we stopped at the natural hot springs until it got dark. On the last day, we went on 12 zip lines, and by the time we finished that and ate, it was almost dark outside, so we just explored the town for a bit, then went to the hot springs at our resort. I couldn't include everything in this video, like these scooters that we rented to get around town, and our meals, which was some of the best food I've ever tasted in my life. The next morning, we rented a car to go to our final stop of the trip. But before we left, we went to the rope swing, which was super fun. Mom, did you change the Wi-Fi password? Oh, yeah, I did. The new password is 123456. Okay, thanks. It didn't work. Huh? What did you type? 123456. No, it's 123456. This hotel sucks. Why? What's wrong? Last night, I got no sleep. Every 15 minutes, this loud banging noise woke me up. Oh, I'm so sorry. How was your guys' stay? Terrible! The guy in the room beside us was snoring so loud that we had to bang on the wall every 15 minutes to wake him up. Excuse me, sir. Is this bike for sale? Yes, it is. Would you like to purchase it? What's the lowest you'll go? What's the lowest I'll go? Probably like 2 miles per hour. Anything slower and you'll tip over. 5 animals that can live after death. Chickens can live without their heads as long as their brain stems aren't cut off, because most of their motor functions aren't controlled by the brain but by the brain stems. Salamanders have the ability to regenerate limbs and organs so they don't die. When they're old enough, they could regenerate again and again, even their brain, heart, and spinal cord. After a snake loses its head, it still has hours to live, so you better stay away from its head, because it can still inject you with its venom even after death. Flatworms can rebuild any part of its body after it's cut off. If they're cut in half, the head will rebuild the tail and vice versa, resulting in 2 flatworms. Cockroaches are resistant to radiation and are most likely to survive a nuclear attack. They can live after decapitation for a long time, but since they can't eat, they die of starvation. This boy said he got a pencil stuck in his ear, but it turned out to be something much worse. This boy went to the hospital with his grandma after saying he snapped the pencil in his ear. Apparently he was playing in it with his ear when it accidentally snapped off. While the doctor was trying to find something in his ear with a camera, he asked the boy to describe it, and the boy said it was just a small piece. The doctor wanted to remove it as soon as possible, because leaving it in his ear for too long could cause an infection or even death. But when the doctor was pulling it out, he realized the boy was lying about what was actually in his ear. Instead of pulling out part of a pencil, he pulled out a watch battery. The doctor also said he couldn't see his eardrum anymore because the battery made a hole in it. But luckily they regrow and it should be back to normal within 6 weeks.